On the night of December 13, 2020, 21-year-old Jason Landry, a student at Texas State University, embarked on a journey from his apartment in San Marcos to his family home in Missouri City, Texas. He was expected to arrive that evening, but he never did. In the early hours of December 14, authorities discovered Jason's vehicle abandoned on a rural road near Luling, Texas, approximately 30 miles from his starting point. The car had crashed, but there was no sign of Jason. Inside the vehicle, investigators found his personal belongings, including his backpack, clothing, laptop, and toiletries. Despite extensive searches and investigations, Jason's whereabouts remain unknown. The circumstances surrounding Jason's disappearance have left both his family and investigators searching for answers. The lack of evidence pointing to a crime has made the case particularly challenging. Over the years, multiple agencies, including the Texas Attorney General's Cold Case and Missing Persons Unit, have dedicated significant resources to the investigation, yet the mystery persists. As time passes, Jason's family continues to hold on to hope, organizing vigils and working tirelessly to keep his story alive. They urge anyone with information to come forward, seeking the closure that has eluded them for so long. The question remains, what happened to Jason Landry on that fateful night? Jason Landry, a 21-year-old student at Texas State University, was known for his vibrant personality and deep connections with family and friends. Born and raised in Missouri City, Texas, Jason was the youngest child of Kent and Lisa Landry. He had two older siblings, a brother and a sister, with whom he shared close bonds. Growing up, the young champ, Jason was an active member of his community and participated in various extracurricular activities. He was particularly passionate about music, playing the guitar and sharing his love for different genres with those around him. His friends often described him as someone who could light up a room with his humor and warmth. At Texas State University in San Marcos, Jason pursued a degree in sound recording technology, aiming to turn his passion for music into a career. He was in his junior year and had plans to work in the music industry after graduation. His professors and classmates recognized his dedication and enthusiasm for his studies. In his personal life, Jason maintained strong relationships with his family. His father, Kent, a pastor, and his mother, Lisa, emphasized the importance of faith and community, values that Jason embraced wholeheartedly. He frequently communicated with his parents and siblings, sharing updates about his life and seeking their guidance. Friends recall Jason as a dependable and caring individual. He was known for his willingness to help others and his ability to make friends easily. Whether it was through study groups, musical jam sessions, or casual hangouts, Jason's presence was always cherished. In the days leading up to his disappearance, there were no significant changes in Jason's behavior. He attended his classes, interacted with friends, and made plans for the upcoming holiday break. On December 13, 2020, Jason left his apartment in San Marcos, intending to drive to his family's home in Missouri City for the holidays. This routine trip, however, took an inexplicable turn, leading to his mysterious disappearance. In the early hours of December 14, 2020, the quiet town of Luling, Texas, became the epicenter of a perplexing mystery. A volunteer firefighter, traversing the desolate expanse of Salt Flat Road, stumbled upon an unsettling scene, a 2019 Nissan Altima, its lights piercing the darkness, abandoned and bearing the scars of a recent collision. The vehicle belonged to Jason Landry, who was heading to his family's home in Missouri City. Yet, of Jason himself, there was no trace. The discovery prompted a swift response from local authorities. The Caldwell County Sheriff's Office, in conjunction with the Texas Department of Public Safety and Texas Search and Rescue, TXR, initiated an extensive search operation. Ground teams combed the rugged terrain surrounding the crash site, while aerial units scanned from above, and canine units attempted to pick up any scent trails. Despite their concerted efforts, the searches yielded no sign of Jason. As days turned into weeks, the Landry family became an integral part of the search. Organizing vigils and community outreach programs, they endeavored to keep Jason's story in the public consciousness, hoping that increased awareness might lead to new information. The scene of the crash presented a series of baffling clues. Jason's vehicle had veered off the gravel road, its rear driver's side colliding with a tree, causing it to spin and strike a barbed wire fence. Inside the car, personal items such as his cell phone and wallet were found, but there were no signs of a struggle or blood, suggesting that Jason had exited the vehicle voluntarily and uninjured. Approximately 900 feet from the crash site, a collection of Jason's belongings was discovered scattered along the roadway. These included his backpack, which contained his laptop, gaming equipment, and a small amount of marijuana, a ball cap, a plastic bag of toiletries, and a tumbler with his deceased betta fish. Even more perplexing was the discovery of his clothing, a shirt, shorts, socks, underwear, slide sandals, and a wristwatch strewn across the area. A small bloodstain was detected on the waistband of his shorts, but it was insufficient to indicate a serious injury. Salt Flat Road, a remote and unlit pathway, has a reputation that adds an eerie dimension to the case. Locals have long whispered about unexplained occurrences in the area, though such tales remain anecdotal. The road's isolation and sparse traffic make it an unlikely route for travelers, raising questions about why Jason was there. Investigators noted that after entering Luling, Jason failed to navigate a turn onto Magnolia Avenue, which would have kept him on course toward Interstate 10. Instead, he continued straight, leading him onto the desolate stretch of Salt Flat Road. This deviation has led to speculation about whether Jason was disoriented, perhaps due to fatigue or other factors, or if he was following directions from a GPS application that misrouted him. The circumstances of Jason's disappearance have given rise to several theories. In the enigmatic case of Jason Landry's disappearance, several theories have emerged, each attempting to explain the perplexing events of that December night. One prevailing theory suggests that Jason may have experienced a disorienting event following the crash. The absence of significant blood at the scene indicates he likely survived the initial impact. However, the discovery of his scattered clothing raises questions. Some experts propose that Jason might have suffered a head injury, leading to confusion and causing him to undress, a phenomenon observed in certain hypothermic conditions. Disoriented, he could have wandered into the surrounding wilderness, succumbing to the elements. Despite extensive searches, the challenging terrain and presence of wildlife may have concealed any trace of his remains. Another theory posits that Jason may have encountered a malicious individual on that desolate stretch of Salt Flat Road. The remote location, combined with the late hour, could have made him vulnerable to nefarious intentions. While there were no overt signs of a struggle, it's possible that an assailant coerced Jason away from the scene, leaving minimal evidence behind. The lack of witnesses and the isolation of the area complicate this line of inquiry, but the possibility of foul play cannot be entirely dismissed. Some speculate that Jason may have chosen to vanish intentionally, seeking to start anew elsewhere. However, this theory appears inconsistent with his known character and life circumstances. He left behind personal belongings, including his wallet and phone, and there were no indications of prior planning or distress that might suggest a desire to disappear. Friends and family describe him as a typical college student with no known issues, making this theory less plausible. The eerie reputation of Salt Flat Road has led some to consider supernatural explanations. While such theories are often rooted in local folklore and lack empirical evidence, the mysterious nature of Jason's disappearance has fueled speculation about otherworldly involvement. However, without concrete proof, these remain speculative and are not widely endorsed by investigators. Online communities have proposed various hypotheses, ranging from undiscovered accidents to abduction scenarios. Some users suggest that Jason may have fallen victim to wildlife, such as feral hogs, which could account for the absence of remains. Others ponder the possibility of an accidental death followed by concealment. While these theories offer diverse perspectives, they often rely on conjecture rather than verifiable facts. In summary, the disappearance of Jason Landry encompasses a spectrum of theories, each with its own set of implications. The lack of definitive evidence leaves the case shrouded in mystery, with each possibility presenting more questions than answers. Kent and Lisa Landry, Jason's parents, have been at the forefront of the search for their son. Kent, a former lawyer-turned-pastor, has often been the family's spokesperson, articulating the profound void left by Jason's absence. In the immediate aftermath of the disappearance, the Landrys immersed themselves in the search efforts, collaborating with law enforcement, organizing community searches, and maintaining a vigilant presence in both local and national media. Their home transformed into a command center, walls adorned with maps of the area where Jason's car was found, timelines detailing his last known movements, and contact information for various agencies involved in the investigation. Lisa managed communication efforts, ensuring that Jason's story remained in the public eye, while Kent coordinated with volunteers and search teams. Their days were consumed by phone calls, meetings, and the ceaseless analysis of any new information that emerged. Over the years, the Landrys have participated in numerous interviews, their emotional vulnerability palpable as they recount the harrowing details of Jason's disappearance. In conversations with media outlets, Kent has expressed the torment of not knowing his son's fate, stating, "It's hard enough to contemplate losing your child, but to not have closure, not be able to grieve, not be able to mourn, not be able to put it in proper context is the hardest part." Their frustration has been compounded by the complexities of the investigation. Despite the involvement of multiple agencies, including the Texas Attorney General's Cold Case and Missing Persons Unit, tangible progress has been elusive. The Landrys have voiced concerns about the allocation of resources and the challenges inherent in coordinating between different jurisdictions. In moments of despair, they grapple with the agonizing possibility that critical opportunities to find Jason may have been missed. A poignant aspect of the Landry struggle has been the disparity in media coverage. While certain missing person cases capture national headlines, Jason's story has not garnered the same level of attention. This discrepancy has been a source of distress for the family, as broader exposure could potentially unearth new leads or witnesses. The Landrys have tirelessly advocated for increased media focus, utilizing social media platforms, engaging with local news outlets, and participating in community events to amplify Jason's story. Their efforts aim to bridge the gap, ensuring that Jason's disappearance receives the attention it warrants. As the years have passed, the enigma surrounding Jason's disappearance has only deepened. Despite exhaustive searches, including the use of drones, cadaver dogs, and ground teams covering extensive terrain, no definitive evidence has surfaced to elucidate what transpired on that fateful night. The absence of concrete answers has left a lingering void, with each passing day intensifying the family's anguish. The Landrys' home remains a testament to their unwavering hope. Photographs of Jason adorn the walls, candles are lit in his memory, and a room remains untouched, preserved as it was before his disappearance. Kent and Lisa find solace in their faith, often expressing a belief that they will one day be reunited with their son. In the meantime, they continue to organize vigils, engage with the community, and support other families facing similar heartaches. The haunting question persists: what happened to Jason Landry? Until that question is answered, his family's relentless pursuit for truth and closure continues, embodying the enduring power of parental love and the unbreakable bonds of family. A car, abandoned in the middle of nowhere. Clothes scattered on the ground. A backpack, phone, and keys left behind. And a young man vanished into the night. Jason Landry wasn't just another missing person. His case doesn't fit into a neat category. There was no sign of a struggle, no clear evidence of a crime, no explanation that ties it all together. And yet he was gone. No body. No trace. Just a lingering absence that defies reason. What makes this case so unsettling is not just that Jason disappeared, but how. The randomness of it. The strangeness. A 21-year-old college student, traveling a route he'd driven before, suddenly veering onto an unfamiliar, desolate road and then vanishing. The kind of thing that shouldn't happen. The kind of thing that doesn't make sense. No footprints leading away. No signs of an animal attack. No evidence that he was picked up, or taken, or even willingly left. A moment frozen in time, as if reality itself simply erased him. Could Jason still be out there? Is Jason Landry still out there somewhere? Did he wander so far that his remains have yet to be discovered, hidden beneath thick brush or deep in the unforgiving Texas landscape? Could he have survived that night, confused, injured, lost in the cold, and simply never found his way back? Or is there something else we're missing? Some cases are solved in days. Some take years. And some remain open-ended forever. Could new evidence surface? The search hasn't stopped. Investigators continue to work the case, re-examining old clues, following any new tips that emerge. The Landry family still waits, still hopes, still prays for an answer. Maybe tomorrow, someone will come forward with a crucial detail. Maybe next week, new technology will reveal something hidden in the evidence. Maybe next year, something or someone will break the silence. Until then, all we have are questions. And silence. Some mysteries remain unsolved. Some answers are never found. But sometimes the truth has a way of surfacing. Eventually, Jason Landry disappeared into the night. And no one knows why. If you found this story compelling, help us continue to uncover the unexplained. Like this video, leave a comment with your thoughts, and subscribe to Vanishing Tales for more cases that deserve to be heard. Your support helps us shine a light on those who can no longer speak for themselves.